Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the July 2021 COVID update. Thank you for joining us and tuning in as our Winnebago community continues to provide information and answer questions in real time for the safety and public health initiatives underway. So thank you to everyone that's able to join us, our presenters that are ready to update you guys and be responsive so that we can take next steps together and just remember to continue to vaccinate, wear your mask, social distance. And it's a real exciting time for Winnebago. We're getting ready for powwow next week. And as you know, all the relatives will be coming home. So it's just a good time to have good feelings. And thank you all for everything you've done to this point to keep us safe. So with that, I'll turn the mic to our first presenter.
All right, thank you, Tori. I just have a few opening comments. So I know that we've been watching the events that are taking place around us with the spikes and of course with the Delta variants. That is much of a concern, especially for those that are unvaccinated. So continue to take measures such as distancing and wearing masks where appropriate, especially if you're unvaccinated. Because vaccines are really our best protection against that Delta variant. Also, our vaccine clinics are starting to slow down significantly. So continue to call if you want to get the vaccine, and we will make sure we let you know where the clinic will be held at. We're excited to have our vaccination rate up to 71% of our 12 and older have at least one vaccination. So we're excited to share that. The Winnebago Public Health Department had a health fair yesterday, so we're excited to see events starting to occur. Also, the Whirling Thunder Wellness Center will be sponsoring a volleyball one-day tournament during the Saturday of powwow. So always continue to keep an eye on our Facebook page. We'll have all our events on there, and I will start now this week's presentation. So currently we have 0 positive since the last report. We have 9 active, 367 positives. We've had 5 deaths, 353 cases that have recovered, and 4 households that are currently in quarantine. We have administered 2,574 first dosage, 2,353 second dosage. So that's a total of 4,927. So for the age breakdown of COVID cases, since last year, April, we've had 28% that are between 20 to 29. Followed by our 0 to 19 years of age at 26%, and then 30 to 39 years old has been at about 16%. And then again, the breakdowns for gender is about even, with 53% being female and 47% being male. So this is the breakdown of cases since January 3rd, which is when we started our vaccination clinics in the community. So we have 52% that are female and 48% that are male. And then of those that are positive, we had 27% was 0 to 9 years of age. And then 20 to 29 years of age had 26%. And then 15% was 30 to 39, as well as 40 to 49 years of age. So this just shows a comparison of the positive cases, the exposure areas. And so you can see from April 2020 to present, there was 199 cases that were had positives either within their households or were identified as close contacts, and then followed by 96 from a social gathering, and then 48 that were family gathering associated. And then if we look at the January 3rd to present, you can see that 29 of our positives were either a close contact or lived within a household that had a positive. And then 26 were from a social gathering. And this just reinforces our contact report, which was linked to a positive case or a close contact. We had 199 from April to today, and then 168 that were isolated cases. And this just shows the COVID positives over time, starting with back in April. And then you can see all of the peaks and valleys. And obviously here we've, since around March, we've had a considerably drop in the amount of positives and kind of spiked just a little bit within this last month. So this one is indicating non-vaccinated versus vaccinated. And of course, this started back in January. So we've had 56 positive cases that were not vaccinated, 4 that were fully vaccinated, and 1 that was vaccinated with an initial shot. So some of the vaccination data. So of the vaccinations that we have given, so I just want to make sure that this is the percentage of those that were given. So 19% of the vaccinations were given at 19 to 29 years of age. Then pretty much closely, 15% is between 30 and 39, and then another 15, 40 to 49, and then 15, 50 to 59. And then the other ones kind of rank after that. And then the breakdown for gender is 56% of those vaccinated are female and 44% of those vaccinated are male. So some of the non-vaccinated data, so this just indicates of all of the people that are not vaccinated, 27% come from the 19 to 29 years of age, and then followed by 24% are from 12 to 15 years of age, and then 30 to 39 make up about 15%. And then again, the gender breakdown is quite even, with 52% of those unvaccinated are male and 48% are female. So we wanted to share this vaccination rate by age group because I thought this was important so everybody kind of understood how many of that particular age group was actually vaccinated. So you can see kind of our 70 and older, there is 95% of them are vaccinated, 87% amongst our 60 to 69-year-old, 89% between 50 and 59. And then as you can see, the curve starts decreasing as we get younger in age, where our 12 to 15-year-olds, 49% of that population is vaccinated. So we really are trying to encourage our younger people to come in and get vaccinated.
Great. Thank you, Mona, so much for that presentation. And you can continue to sign up for COVID vaccines by calling the PHN phone number. That is 402-878-2258, or you can go to the website at winnebagopublichealth.com/vaccine and sign up there. Vaccines are still available for anyone 12 years old and older, and we're still on our mission to get to that 80% vaccination rate, currently at 71. So thank you so much, Mona. Next, we are going to move on to the CAO of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska for presentation, Linnell Blackhawk. Linnell, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon, everyone. Make sure my screen is up. Okay. Can everyone see that okay?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay. Alrighty, so good afternoon, everyone. We wanted to provide an update on the COVID-19 relief payments and the check distribution event that will be happening next week. I know we've received a lot of questions on the details, the pickup, so we wanted to provide an update to the membership. So next week, the check distribution location will be held out to the Ho Chunk Center, which is on the way to the powwow grounds. It will be a 3-day event. On day 1, on Monday, July 19th, the doors will be opening at 9 a.m. However, we allocated time from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for this time for our 55 and over to be allowed to pick up their checks during this time. At 11 a.m. Until 4 p.m., all 18 and older Winnebago tribal members will be allowed to pick up their checks. For those seniors who do need transportation during this time on Monday, they can contact the senior center if transportation is needed. Day 2 and day 3 will be held at the same location, and doors will open at 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Again, our biggest item we wanted to stress is for our elders and seniors 55 and over. On Monday, they do have time from 9 to 11 to pick up. Again, they can contact the Winnebago Senior Center if they need to schedule transportation. For those who are not able to come in person and pick up their checks, the following week, July 27th through the 30th, checks will be available for pickup at the tribe's finance department. If you are unable to pick up your checks, the deadline for that is July 30th, and as of August 2nd, the following week, all remaining checks will be mailed to the tribal members. Another important notice is we do have households and families on quarantine. If that is the case, we urge the tribal members to contact the finance department so we can schedule some kind of pickup if they do not want to have their check mailed. So please contact the finance department for more information if your household is on quarantine. A few requirements to pick up your check. We are requiring masks to be worn by everyone, whether you are vaccinated or not. You must have a valid ID or Winnebago tribal ID. It is preferred to have your tribal ID available if at all possible. We've also had questions about expired IDs. Those will be accepted as long as it is a photo ID. You must pick up your check in person. We will not accept no letters or phone calls. Checks will not be released to another person. There's no exceptions for that, unfortunately. A few safety protocols for the building. Again, masks will be required for everyone entering the building. We are urging people to use the south entrance of the building. And after you have picked up your check, we are urging people to exit through the far north doors in the building. Tribal security will be available to assist tribal members. we were trying to make the process of pickup smooth and expedited. That way we do not have no one congregating inside the building. We wanted to make it a smooth process to get everyone in and out. And again, if there are any questions regarding the event next week, or you have questions about your check or cannot pick up, please call the Tribal Administration Office and we will be more than happy to help answer any questions you may have.
Thank you so much, Linnell. Next, we will move on, and I did want to mention too, we did get some questions submitted for the Q&A, which we will do at the end. So if anybody has any questions for anybody that is any of the organizations that are joining us today, please feel free to comment them in the chat box of YouTube or Facebook, or email us at covid@winnebagotribe.com, and we will ask those questions from community members at the end. So next, we're going to move to the Winnebago Public School. Dan Farringer, the superintendent, was not able to join us today, but he did send along a statement for me to read, and I will do that right now. So this is the update from the Winnebago Public School as of July 17th. Session 2 summer school is underway for K through 6 and is being held July 12th through July 29th, and that schedule is Monday through Thursday from 8:45 to 11:45. Session 2 summer school extended school year for K through 8 students goes from 1 to 3, and that is from July 12th through July 29th, and that's a Monday through Thursday schedule as well. The school's return to school plan is currently posted on the school's website. You can find that at winnebagopublicschools.org. WPS will return to an in-person educational setting, so more information through that link. They continue to keep the building and classrooms disinfected, wearing masks and using hand sanitizers, and practicing social distancing when possible. Dan said it is imperative that health safety measures are practiced, and he encourages everyone to stay safe. So that wraps up the statement from the Winnebago Public Schools. And next we will go over to Little Priest Tribal College with an update with President Patil. Manoj?
Good afternoon. Emily, can you hear me? We are having some internet issues.
Yes.
It's up and down. I just want to make sure.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you for this opportunity. Again, I want to congratulate and welcome the entire community to the 155th Winnebago Homecoming Celebration. This is the celebration time, and we look for Little Priest Tribal College, look for us to active participation. We have some important updates from the college. Starting August 23rd, 2021, fall semester starts. We are having all students on campus beginning this fall semester. We have some online options, online courses, which are completely online. We are happy to report that the Higher Learning Commission has accredited Little Priest Tribal College on a CNA program, CNA certification. So we hope to start sometime in fall 2021. More information will be released. Fall 2021 registration is open. A lot of students have signed up already. We really request and strongly recommend the community, the family, the friends to sign up for the classes. As you might be aware, starting fall 2021, full-time or part-time students will get free classes, free textbooks, and if you're a new student, you get a free laptop. Also, we request students interested to stay in our dorms to contact us right away. We are reopening student housing for the first time after a gap of 18 months. Of course, there are some extra requirements to stay in the dorms. So if you can reach out to us by calling 402-878-2380 to learn about the options we have for the dorms. Thanks to Tribal Council's approval, we have the 10-acre annex east of our main campus here. We are working with a firm from Omaha to create a master plan for the entire campus. The first draft has been designed, and we look for the final design of the 10 acres. It is going to be our new campus once we have the design confirmed and hopefully start the construction step by step. Also, we want to make sure that whenever you come to campus, if you have any questions, please make sure you have everything you need to get your questions answered. We want to be there for you guys. August 18th, 2021 will be our official student orientation. This is the most important day for students, where you learn new things, get the textbooks, whatever is required to begin the class smoothly. We have made some changes in our policies which may affect the students. So it's very important to learn all these things on August 18th. You can also contact your faculty advisor once the school starts. We want to provide more tutoring services, and we are planning to provide on-campus counseling at Little Priest. So we are providing a physical place for Morning Star counseling to be there at least 1 or 2 days on campus for students and staff to get help. Again, this is a celebration time at Winnebago. People who are not vaccinated, I strongly request and advise you to get vaccinated so that we can put the pandemic behind us. Again, congratulations and welcome to homecoming celebration. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Lastly, we will go to an update from CHI with Sam Burrish. Sam?
Thank you, Emily, and good evening, Winnebago community. I have 3 brief updates to share. First is check cashing for the Pony Express Market. The Pony Express Market in Winnebago will be offering limited check cashing of the $1,500 assistance payments starting on Monday, July 19th. The times of 10:30 to 12:30 will be reserved for seniors 55 and older. We will be cashing 250 checks per day starting at 10:30 until we run out of the day's allotment. There will be a flat check cashing fee of $15 per check, and the service will end that Wednesday evening, and then we'll reassess after that. Next, I'd like to talk about 2 academic and professional development opportunities. The Ho-Chunk Inc. Academic Development Program is revamped and ready for applications. There's no due date for this application besides submitting at least 4 weeks prior to the educational event of your choice. The application and eligibility requirements can be found on the Ho-Chunk Inc. website. And finally, I'd like to talk about our college and career prep workshops for Winnebago High School juniors and seniors. So if you'll be applying to college, applying for a job, applying for a scholarship or grant, these workshops are for you. They're a great opportunity, and there's some awesome participation prizes, including an Apple Watch, flat screen TV, and more. If you're interested in any of those academic opportunities, and especially the college and career prep workshops, please contact Willie Bass at the Ho-Chunk Inc. corporate office. His email is wbass@hochunkinc.com, or he can be called at 402-403-4805. Those are my updates for this evening. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Sam. So now we will go into our Q&A portion of today's community and COVID update for Winnebago. So you can submit your questions through emailing covid@winnebagotribe.com, or you can submit them via Facebook or our YouTube channels as well. Just search Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska on Facebook and YouTube. So the first question that came in was from a community member, and they said, I would like to know how this $1,500 deposit into the trust funds will impact the tax liability upon withdrawal. My child will be 18 years old soon, and I want to make sure they don't have to pay taxes on it. So Linnell, you gave that presentation. Can you address this?
Sure. There will be no tax liability on the $1,500 direct payments because it will not be taxable income. So there's no tax liability.
Okay, great. And that includes everybody.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that information. The next question is, are the new cases the Delta variant, and how many other variants are there, and how many have come through Winnebago? So Mona, can you answer that question for us?
Sure. As of right now, we do not have any other further variant cases except for the 2 cases of UK variant, the B117. So if a person tests positive for COVID, the specimen is sent off to the state lab, and they are the ones that are doing the sequencing for the variant. So this usually does take a few weeks to get the results back, but it does not change how we treat a COVID positive person. So we continue to treat symptoms and try to get them into isolation right away. The vaccinations are not 100%, but they are our best defense against the virus. So right now, I just continue to promote vaccination, and we'll, as soon as if we get any cases, we'll definitely alert you to that.
Thank you, Mona. And we've heard from state officials and even across the U.S. that the Delta variant is the predominant strain right now in the U.S. That's correct, right?
Yes, that is correct. So that makes up about 70% of the cases right now.
Across the U.S. Okay, so thank you for that answer. That's interesting, and I think to keep the community informed, we will obviously do our best in our reporting as well. And as soon as we know something, we would share it with the community as well. So thank you for that answer. So the next question is, what is the update for the COVID-19 isolation and quarantine housing? Mona, can you give us some updates on statistics and numbers for that?
Yeah, so the quarantine and isolation housing, since last year, we have been able to house 53 individuals for a total of 270 days.
Okay, great. And then last but not least, the question is, how are we enforcing the vaccinations at powwow? So joining us today, we have Les Painter, who is on the powwow committee. So Les, can you address that concern about the powwow? And people also had questions about their privacy and HIPAA, and I think we can address that here too. So go ahead, Les.
Well, as we know that this year's celebration, and you must be fully vaccinated to enter the celebration. One of the ways that we're trying to verify is that you'll have to show your vaccination card. Your COVID vaccination card kind of looks like this. It's a COVID-19 vaccination record card. Honestly, we're using the honor system, and we have a good number of security on hand. We have a good number of police presence that we'll be relying on for them to request the ID and your vaccination card in order to get your ban to get into Veterans Park. Now, you have to be fully vaccinated to camp. You have to be fully vaccinated to dance and sing. You have to be fully vaccinated to attend the celebration, to be a vendor, to be a food vendor, to be a veteran, to participate at the homecoming celebration this year. You have to be fully vaccinated. I know there are questions about the different laws and the HIPAA laws and whatnot. Basically, the homecoming celebration isn't a health facility, so the HIPAA law doesn't affect them in any kind of way of them asking for a personal document, which what your COVID-19 card is. It's an actually personal, it's a personal document that, you know, just like your ID is your tribal ID, your social security card. Those are all personal record documents that you keep, you know, that everybody has. Birth certificate. Those are all things that if we ask you to see them, you can tell us no. But as far as this year's celebration, if you don't show us your vaccination card, then you cannot enter the homecoming celebration, which was the rules set by our Winnebago Veterans Association. So that's but what we are doing is July 20th, 21st, and the 22nd. We will be sitting out at the Veterans Park 10 o'clock a.m. to 2 p.m., which we will be doing the community vaccination verifications for the community. So if you are fully vaccinated and you want to attend the celebration, come out July 20th, 21st, 22nd, 10 to 2 on those days. We will be distributing the bands. We will be distributing the bands for the adults. And then there's a lot of questions about the 11 and under. The CDC and the rest of the world, you know, there hasn't been a lot, they're doing it as we speak, as far as testing the vaccines on 11 and under. What we know from the CDC, our local health department, and our local 12 clans is that, you know, the numbers as far as the positives and then that age group contracting COVID is a low risk, especially if you're around vaccinated people. So that is what we're relying on is, and you don't have to worry if everybody every adult or every person 12 and up is vaccinated in the home, and you have kids that are 11 and under, then they are able to come to the celebration. They will have to receive a band, and the only way that they can receive that band is if the people in the home are vaccinated. So that's where we're getting, that's how we're going to admit for admission this year for people. So you have to have your card, and you have to present your card to the people at the gate to get your band to get into the celebration.
Thank you, Les. And that actually brings up a good point. So if you are traveling into Winnebago from out of town and you did not get your vaccination in Winnebago and you're not a patient, just note and say you misplaced your card or you forgot it at home, 12 Clans Unity Hospital will not be able to reissue a vaccination card if you come to the hospital, to the HIM department or medical records department. They'll be unable, they won't have that record of your vaccine if you did not get it there. If you did get your vaccination in Winnebago, you can contact the public health nursing hotline if you lost or misplaced your card anytime Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. And that number is the 402-878-2258. And they will be able to help you replace your cards, but you will have to, it does require a 2 hours notice. So if you're coming in from powwow, or if you're going to powwow locally and you don't have your vaccine cards, please keep that information in mind. We are expecting, you know, some requests, and we'll try to accommodate those in the community who come in, but we don't have access to outside records. So for anybody who needs new vaccine cards, please make those requests as early as you can in preparation of the powwow. So thank you. And then I did want to note too, obviously there's questions about HIPAA to Les's point, and that we know the tribe has an interest and priority to protect, you know, the health and safety of tribal members. And with that, they can exclude individuals from tribally sponsored events based on their vaccine and their immunization. It is each individual's choice to provide the verification of their own COVID immunization. But if you prefer not to, there is the availability to watch from home. The powwow will be live streamed. So you can tune in online on the Winnebago Tribe's YouTube channel. And we just wanted to make it clear that there are no violations of federal privacy laws, such as the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, which is HIPAA, and any laws protecting or protecting constitutional rights. So thank you so much, Les, for that answer. And again, if you are interested in getting your COVID-19 vaccination, you can sign up through the Winnebago Public Health Department's website or call 402-878-2258, and we will get those vaccine appointments set for you and help you out as much as we can. So thank you all for tuning in to the July Winnebago Community Update. We will be back next month in August for an update as well. And until then, I wish everybody a safe homecoming celebration, and we will see you all later. Bye.